These are water wings, and I want to tell you a quick story about how water wings and diets are very similar. You see, water wings only help you while you are wearing them, but once they're off, well, it's sink or swim. And sadly, for most people, they also sink once they stop dieting. In fact, according to a 2006 study in the New England Journal of Medicine, most people who follow a weight loss diet regain about 1/3 to all of the weight loss during the next year. Has this ever happened to you? But there's a bigger problem related to diets. The sheer number of them and the onslaught of conflicting diet advice that's been marketed to you probably has your head spinning. My name is Uriel Kame, and I've got an inspiring story and some surprising findings to share with you today. You see, over the past 13 years as a fitness and nutrition coach, I've seen the health of our population quickly decline. I mean, haven't we all? That's obviously no surprise. But what is alarming is how this is happening. And that's what I'm here to share with you today, along with how to avoid being sucked into what I call the deadly health triad. So be sure to keep watching right to the end of this eye-opening presentation, because I'll be giving you 2 vital strategies that will help you avoid being another health statistic. 2 strategies that will also help you lose weight for good, live longer and healthier, and prevent the man-made diseases that are now plaguing our modern world. And just as important, 2 strategies that will finally end your diet frustration and put a stop to all the conflicting health and nutrition information that is probably paralyzing you without even you knowing it. The first thing you need to understand is what this deadly health triad is all about and how it's already affecting you. One of the biggest challenges facing us nowadays is how to adjust to a continual increase in complexity in every area of life, especially our health. There are always more things to think about, more information being fired at you, and everything is speeding up due to the exponential increase in technological change. This leads to 3 fundamentally dangerous conditions: information overload, confusion, and frustration. With too much information, much of it conflicting, you no longer know what's right and wrong. You feel confused and still have questions. This eventually leads to frustration and eventually despair. You might even feel like you're trapped, like there's no way out, like there's no point in even trying. And this triad is more deadly than any chemical, toxin, or pollutant because it's robbing you of your power. Your power to feel confident that you can lose weight, that you can overcome or prevent disease, that you can eat healthy consistently. We all need hope that tomorrow is going to be better than today. But the deadly health triad robs you of that, and you may not even know it yet. So you've been lied to by a crooked government and the food industry about what is and isn't healthy. You've been misled by the FDA, who continues to approve pharmaceutical concoctions that are slowly killing us just to fill their fat wallets. We buy books and magazines that offer conflicting insights into why we overeat and how to lose weight. I mean, there are publications that promote easy weight loss by eating a lion's share of protein, others touting the miracle of acai berry pills to get a flat stomach and without improving your diet. Still, the average person is left clueless about what to do to eat healthier and better their health. And to add to the confusion and despair, there are self-proclaimed experts who tell you that fruit is bad, others say fruit is good. Dietitians recommend white bread for hospital patients, Diet Coke for diabetics, and whole wheat pasta as a good carb. Even the National Food Guide or Pyramid tells you that processed and fortified foods like soy and tofu should make up a large portion of your dietary intake, especially if you're a vegetarian. In the end, the onslaught of conflicting diet advice and quick fix products offer virtually no long-term return on your investment, measured, of course, in pounds permanently lost and health improvement. How can you expect to win this fight on your own? The odds are stacked so high against you. It's no wonder you've got questions. It's no surprise that you're as confused as a drunken sailor lost at sea. You just want straightforward answers and advice that makes sense for you. I don't think that's too much to ask for, do you? That's why it's not your fault if you haven't been able to enjoy the body or health you deserve. How could it be? You've been tossed around in every which direction like dirty clothes in a washing machine. The $4 billion diet industry wants you to stay sick, fat, confused, and helpless so that they can continue preying on you like a lion on an injured gazelle. Well, not anymore. Not after you see what happens at the end of this presentation. Much like a computer running too many programs, all the diet and health information you're being bombarded with is slowing you down and holding you back. And not just with your health. As a totally unrelated yet powerful example of this information onslaught, you need to look no further than the city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. In 2007, the world's 7th largest city became the first to put into effect a radical and complete ban on outdoor advertising. The mayor had decided that the city needed to get rid of the visual pollution that was inundating its 19 million citizens. And not surprisingly, 90% of Sao Paulo citizens have approved of this new less clutter policy, reporting more mental clarity, less sensory assault, and a greater sense of relaxation. What I'm suggesting is that you are like Sao Paulo. You need to get rid of all the noise, all the clutter, all the incoming information that is not helping you. Because if you don't, then this bombardment will only leave you more confused and eventually isolated with no hope in sight. But how do you know if this deadly health triad is affecting you? Well, how many questions do you still have about your diet and health that you can't answer? The more questions you have, the greater the problem. So let's look at how to tackle this problem. The first thing you need to do is reduce the health-related newsletters, emails, advice, etc. that you receive. Pick one or two that you like, that make sense to you, and just stick with those. Once you've done that, you are then ready to implement the 2 critical strategies that I'm about to share with you. Applying these 2 strategies will help you avoid the deadly health triad and allow you to finally master your diet and health like you never thought possible. If you've struggled to eat healthy consistently or lack the motivation to do so, if you're committed to finally ending years of health confusion, information overload, and diet frustration, if you want to lose weight for good in a healthy manner, enjoy all day caffeine-free energy, reduce your risk of preventable diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, know more about nutrition than most doctors and dietitians, allowing you to be in better control of your health, and finally get the answers to your most pressing health and nutrition questions, then sit tight as we go through these 2 critically important health strategies. The first of these strategies is to educate yourself. Now, that might seem to contradict what I first recommended to you to reduce the information that's currently coming your way, but really what I'm suggesting is that in a structured and systemized way, you go deep into learning about the health and nutrition topics that matter most to you. Don't settle for superficial magazine snippets about the latest study or some nonsense you heard on the news. I'm talking about truly understanding this stuff, mastering it. When you do this, 2 things will happen. You will either experience a certain amount of pain or you will have an aha moment. Either of these responses will motivate you to make the dietary and health changes you need to make. Deeply understanding your health issues will help you realize that dietary improvements are necessary before even hearing those words from your doctor's mouth. But then again, doctors don't know much about nutrition anyways. Think about it. The most progressive and advanced nations in the world have the greatest access to knowledge and intelligence. Similarly, the healthiest segments of the population are also the most educated. This tells us that more education is correlated with greater health. But regardless of whether or not you have a PhD or haven't graduated high school, I'll show you an exclusive group of everyday people who are committed to educating themselves to finally mastering their diet and health. Maybe you'll be one of them too. But first, to be in total control of the foods you eat, you need to first understand how they impact your body and health. This is the exact formula that helped me overcome a lifetime of bad eating habits, an autoimmune condition, and butt-dragging lethargy. As someone like you motivated to learn about and improve my health, I was the man tracker of health and nutrition information, never stopping until I tracked down my answers. After years of health frustrations and dissatisfaction with the answers I wasn't getting, I finally did something about it. I swallowed a big financial pill and went back to school to study and master holistic nutrition. And this is after having graduated with a degree in kinesiology and health sciences from one of the top universities in the world and still feeling clueless about what proper nutrition was all about. Nevertheless, the decision to learn more changed my life, especially considering that when I was 17, I lost all of my hair due to an autoimmune condition, called alopecia. I had no clue why this happened. Nor did any of the medical doctors I went to see for help. Absurdly, they thought that injecting cortisone into my head was the answer. It wasn't fun. I was a senior in high school, and walking around looking like a chemo patient didn't do much for my confidence. I couldn't avoid all the weird looks I got from other students, and it seemed like everyone was whispering behind my back what happened to him. And if that wasn't bad enough, I also had less energy than an old crippled slug. I would wake up late, stumble into class just in time, and then return from school and pass out for 2 hours every day. Like, not normal. But neither what was happening inside my body. Thankfully, that all changed when I finally educated myself and became my own health master. And you can too. Up until I studied holistic nutrition, I had no clue that the 15 plus years of me forcing processed garbage down my pie hole was responsible for sending my body into an uncontrollable frenzy leading to my health issues. Amazingly, just a few weeks into my studies, after applying what I learned and making some changes to my diet, I finally mastered my health and tamed my autoimmune condition. Soon after, all of my hair started to grow again, shocking my friends, my family, and my doctor. I understand that there are people that are far worse off than I was, but just imagine. If I could regrow my hair and enjoy more energy than I knew existed, think of what you could do if you knew what I knew and applied it. That's why the right education is absolutely critical to your long-term health. For instance, you go to the doctor and find out that you have high cholesterol. But do you really? And if so, what do you do about it? Has the doctor just given you your overall cholesterol levels, or has he actually looked at the 2 cholesterol ratios that actually matter most? Unless you know, then you might be forced to take Lipitor for several years to come. A proposition that will ruin your body one day at a time. And extremely frustrating considering that 99% of high cholesterol patients can normalize their levels through diet and exercise alone. That's why you need to know this stuff. You, not your doctor, need to be in control of your health. You need to understand the consequences of the decisions you make. And what about all the commercials we see on TV or read in magazines? You know, the ones telling you that whole grain cereals are good for you, that white Wonder Bread is good for you, or for your kids because it's been fortified with DHA, or that organic frozen dinners are actually healthy ways to feed your family. I mean, come on. But unless you know otherwise, unless you know the truth, then you will continue to be at the mercy of the food industry and the thousands of criminal marketing campaigns that have nothing more than their financial interest at heart. When it comes to your health, you need to claim 100% responsibility for what you know and what you do. And you need a trusted, unbiased, and science-backed source to educate you and show you the way. And doing so in an easy-to-understand format so that you don't need a Harvard degree to make sense of the complex relationship between food and your health. And near the end of this presentation, I will show you what I mean, so keep watching. But first, let me give you another example of perhaps the biggest nutrition myth that has perverted our lives. How much protein do you really need, and which foods contain the most protein? Well, I'm not going to waste your time or boost my ego by quoting every single study on this topic, but I will give you the overall consensus in the literature. The research shows that regardless of whether you're a vegan or a bodybuilder, you only need 70 to 120 grams of protein per day. Relatively speaking, that works out to be about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. I weigh 165 pounds or 75 kilograms, which means that I only need about 60 grams of protein per day. That's just 2 scoops of protein powder, 2 chicken breasts, or 3 quarters of a cup of hemp or pumpkin seeds, or a 7-ounce steak. But if you've read any fitness or bodybuilding magazines, you'll obviously have gotten the message that you need lots of protein, and preferably the advertised protein powder. It's no wonder that I continue to see young gym goers walk around with their protein shakes, taking sips between sets of bicep curls. They're simply misinformed, and they're wasting their money. Are you? That's where having the right education makes all the difference. You understand the pros and cons of your food choices. You understand the impact of food inside your body and realize that you are unique and might respond to food differently than I do. With that intelligence, you can finally make the healthiest possible choices for you and no longer need to follow the dogmatic diet protocols of some radical and heavily biased guru or advertisement-filled fitness magazine. Because you understand the nuts and bolts of how your body and food coexist. You can finally be in control of your food, of your diet and health. You can regain your personal power and sense of hope because knowledge is power, but only when it is applied. Which leads us to the second critical strategy you need to apply to overcome the deadly health triad and to master your health: creating new health habits. Knowledge is very important, but it doesn't mean much if you don't take action, right? That's why it's the combination of greater knowledge and habit development that is the secret. These are two things no diet will ever help you achieve, any more than a fisherman who catches her first ever fish and then expects you to reel in a 50-pound tuna. So if you're finished for good with all the weight loss fads, pills, and quick fix diets that have failed you in the past and you're ready to do it the right way, then this is it. This is the honest and effective health solution you've been searching for. After all, your habits define you. They are the accumulation of the actions you've taken. Who you are today, your body, your health, are a direct result of your habits to this point in time. Want bulletproof health and a body you can feel proud of? Well, create new habits that will lead to those results. And I'm going to show you how to make these health habits stick like overcooked pasta at the bottom of a pot. What's the secret? Since habits stem from repetitive behaviors that ingrain themselves into your nervous system, the secret to creating lasting habits is to tackle just one habit at a time, ideally allowing 30 days for it to become automatic, then moving on to the next. Imagine doing this for 1 year, one habit at a time. A year from now, you'd have mastered 12 life-changing health habits, healthy behaviors that are as second nature as tying your shoes. Wouldn't it be incredible if you could choose an apple over a piece of chocolate cake without even thinking about it? In fact, imagine no longer craving sugar or refined carbs at all. How much healthier could you be? To get you started, I want to give you a very simple yet powerful daily habit that will give you all-day energy and take your health to the next level. Do this simple task at the same time every day for the next 30 days, and I guarantee it will then become automatic. More importantly, it will add years to your life and far more life and vitality to those years. So here's what I'd like you to do. Prepare one green smoothie each morning. All you need is a blender. That's it. And to help you out, here's a simple and delicious smoothie recipe you can enjoy. So be sure to remember this or write it down. 1 head of lettuce or kale or Swiss chard, half a handful of parsley, 1 apple, 1 pear, 1 banana, the juice of 1 lime, and about 3 cups of water. That will give you almost 1 liter of green smoothie goodness that you and your family can enjoy. So why a green smoothie, you ask? Well, greens are the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. They are chock full of vitamins, minerals, and disease-fighting phytonutrients. They energize and purify your blood. And you need to know this stuff because it will change your life for the better. And I go into much greater detail about the power of greens and 48 other must-know nutrition and health topics in Super Nutrition Academy. If you're at all committed to mastering your diet and health in just 1 hour per week, then you don't want to miss what I'm about to share with you, so keep watching. Because like you, I was so frustrated by all the nonsense in the diet industry, and I was fed up with all the superficial health information that only skims the surface of important topics. I decided that enough is enough. I was sick and tired of seeing more and more people remaining clueless about good nutrition and their own health. So here's what I did. Over the past 12 months, I set aside 20 hours per week to dig deep into the work I'd previously done with hundreds of my personal nutrition clients, as well as investigating the most recent and all-encompassing research in every area of nutrition to further my own understanding. I then cross-referenced everything I experienced, read, and learned and condensed it into bite-sized, digestible pieces of must-know information that would be easy for you to understand. This includes nutrition protocols for specific diseases, process maps to help you understand how your body works, previously unknown answers to your most important nutrition and health questions, and more. At the same time, I recruited the brain trust of several of the most knowledgeable health doctors and nutrition experts in the health field, including a United Nations accredited doctor who is currently responsible for revamping the healthcare system in Saudi Arabia. No expense was spared in obtaining these experts. And with that, I created Super Nutrition Academy. You can count on Super Nutrition Academy to be your ultimate research and experience-backed, non-biased, ultimate resource for all your health and nutrition answers. With over 13 years of personal coaching, clinical, and teaching experience, interviewing a group of leading experts and spending an additional 1,000 hours summarizing the current literature into easy to understand and easier to apply information and resources, you'll finally have one resource that will help you understand and master your diet and health that is as reliable as the morning sunrise. But why should you trust me and Super Nutrition Academy? Well, aside from being a registered holistic nutritionist and leading health expert with over 13 plus years experience, having helped more than 50,000 people create incredible health, and aside from being the strength and conditioning and nutrition coach at the University of Toronto and the wellness consultant for the Four Seasons hotels across Canada, here's what a few other experts and clients have to say about it. Yuri is my go-to guru. As a publisher in the health industry, I've conducted literally hundreds of in-depth interviews with experts from every area of the wellness universe. Hands down, Yuri is my go-to guru when it comes to uncovering the secrets of natural nutrition and achieving an enlightened state of health consciousness. I've always prided myself on living a fit lifestyle, but each time I speak with Yuri, I learn something new that allows me to tweak my own personal wellness plan a little bit more and reap the rewards his extensive knowledge has gifted me. Jeff Anderson, founder and editor, Do This Be Fit Publications. It's the best health tool to come along in years. In a world filled with dubious diet books, Super Nutrition Academy identifies the proven steps that will lead to abundant health, a fit body, and radiant energy. I can't think of a better program on mastering your health and diet to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. It is easy, understandable, inspiring, and applicable. It's the best health tool to come along in years. Raymond Aron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author for Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul. You're the nutritional fitness guru I've been searching for, and I'm forever grateful. Yuri, I'm blown away. I've searched the World Wide Web anyway, over searching for understandable, doable nutrition advice that would support my athletic lifestyle, my postmenopausal condition, and give me the best health of my life. And I found it. You're the nutritional fitness guru I've been searching for, and I'm forever grateful. Kathy Roberts. So here's how Super Nutrition works. Each month, you'll have access to a new module specifically dedicated to helping you master one area of nutrition and health. Each module features 4 in-depth video training lessons to help you understand and master that given month's topic. In total, these 48 lessons will teach you just about everything you need to know to better your health and diet in an organized, unbiased manner, so there's no more information overload or confusion. And by the end of our time together, you'll know more about nutrition than most doctors and dietitians, giving you total control of your health and the power to make the healthiest decisions for you and your family. And whichever your preferred learning style, I've got you covered by providing each lesson to you in the following formats. Video. You can watch each PowerPoint or live video presentation online within our Academy campus, or if you prefer to watch the videos from your computer or iPod or iPad, then you can always download each video to suit your needs. Each 60-minute, on average, training video will engage you, captivate you, and make learning fun and easy in a convenient and digestible manner. MP3 audios. Maybe you're like me and would rather have the portability and convenience of listening to each lesson while working out, walking your dogs, or driving your car. Well, just download the MP3 audio version and take your learning with you on your iPod or MP3 player. PDF transcripts and workbooks. If you'd rather read, then you can download our beautifully formatted PDFs for each lesson. You'll get everything from the training videos, including the graphs and illustrations in text formats. Cheat sheets. Since we cover a lot of ground in each lesson, I've put together the cheat sheets to give you a quick reference for the most important points and action steps from each lesson. Each cheat sheet gives you a one-page synopsis of the most important information from the lesson, along with any health-boosting action steps I've suggested. Having this single-page cheat sheet makes for easy referencing in the future. It's kind of like having your own professional note-taker capture a lecture's most important elements in a nice and tidy format, but without the cost. You see, when I was in school, groups of students would offer a similar service for about $100 per lecture, or $4,800 in this case. But because I want to make your life as easy as possible, you get these cheat sheets absolutely free as a Super Nutrition Academy student. By now, you're probably wondering what you'll be learning during these 12 modules. Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's a brief snapshot of what you can look forward to in each module. In Module 1, we'll be covering everything to do with carbohydrates and energy nutrition. For instance, you'll discover my controversial 7th principle of energy nutrition that will upset more than a few scientists and doctors. You'll uncover the two brother molecules that purify your blood and boost your energy almost effortlessly, and the two simple ways of getting more of them. And you'll crack the carbohydrate code and be shocked by how many carbs, proteins, and fats are consumed by the longest living humans, and much more. In Module 2, we'll learn everything you ever wanted to know about protein, like how much you need, to digestibility and absorption, to the best protein foods you didn't even know existed, and the shocking truth about protein, building muscle, and post-workout protein shakes that could be costing you a lot more than just money. We'll also dig into sneaky high-protein diets, the 5 ways they pretend to help you lose weight, and the 4 frightening side effects Atkins and other high-protein pushers don't want you to know about. Module 3 is all about uncovering the mystery of fats, cholesterol, and heart disease. Here you'll uncover the most important reason that your body needs the right kind of fat and the cellular consequences of ingesting the wrong ones. And you'll discover the deep dark truth about omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids that food manufacturers are not telling you. Plus, you'll finally know whether high-fat diets really lead to obesity and much, much more. In Module 4, we tackle vitamins and minerals, including the wonder vitamin that may help you prevent 16 types of cancer and the best way to get it into your body. And you'll meet the facelift mineral that will take years off your skin and make you look like you just got back from the spa, and that's just scratching the surface. Module 5 is all about digestive and intestinal health. We'll explore the deep, dark secrets of your digestive system and uncover 2 buried treasures that will boost your digestive strength in a matter of minutes. We'll also unravel the mystery of colon cleansing, what your poo says about your health, and the 3-step formula to conquering constipation. Module 6 will shock you as you learn the workings of your immune system and discover the alarming truth about allergies and autoimmune diseases. And it only gets better because Module 7 will transform your health and perhaps even fire your doctor as you learn how to diagnose and heal yourself nutritionally. You'll also discover the dietary solutions to 4 of the Western world's most dangerous diseases: obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, and so much more. If you've struggled with your weight, then you'll love Module 8, where you'll learn how to master your metabolism, learn the best exercise for weight loss, and understand the complex roles played by hormones in the weight loss equation. Quite frankly, Module 9 will scare you once you discover the dark side of food, including what you need to know about the 3 monsters controlling 80% of the food industry and the sneaky tricks they're playing on you, and the food additive conspiracy that's lining corporate wallets with massive amounts of money and damaging your nervous system, and more. Go through Module 10 and you'll add several quality years to your life as you learn everything about detoxification, safe fasting, and life extension technologies, including the groundbreaking new health paradigm that you'll never hear from your doctor, at least not for the next decade or so, that will purify your blood, add years to your life, and change the way you think about health. Module 11 tackles perhaps the most overlooked aspect of your health, which is the mind-body connection and behavioral change. Here you'll discover the importance of your self-image in improving your health and body, how to overcome food addiction, and even how to prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. Last but not least, Module 12 is all about superfoods, supernutrients, and natural remedies. Discover the power of sea vegetables and superalgae, 17 superfoods for ultimate health, the 7 supernutrients you need to know about, and natural remedies for 9 common health conditions. These 12 modules are valued at over $9,995. How do I know? Because if you sought out individually offered seminars covering these same topic areas, you would pay at least $395 to as much as $995 for each one. And venturing back into the world of academia would set you back at least $4,995 per semester. I've done both. You don't have to. And with Super Nutrition Academy, you won't have to set yourself back by taking out another student loan or spending a full-time job worth of time in the classroom learning. You'll be astonished at how convenient and affordable mastering your diet and health can truly be, at least with Super Nutrition Academy. But that's not all, because when you get started now, I'm also going to hook you up with 2 additional resources each month that will transform your health to an even greater extent. But first, I mentioned earlier that knowledge is one thing, putting it to use is another. Remember that? Having helped thousands of people improve their health, I can tell you that the most important thing that will accelerate and maintain your ability to transform your health and your body is creating the right health habits. Most diets fail because they don't help you develop the right habits. It's as simple as that. Since it takes roughly 30 days to ingrain a new habit into your nervous system, each month we'll focus on mastering just one new dietary or lifestyle habit. A habit that will then stick with you for life. As with your education component, there will be no overwhelm, confusion, or bouncing from one thing to the next. We'll be solely focusing on one daily habit at a time. By the end of the 12 months, you'll have firmly imprinted 12 incredible health habits that will seem as natural as brushing your teeth in the morning. Now on to those 2 bonus resources I was just telling you about. To help you develop and ingrain these 12 health habits, I'll be giving you the following 2 resources each month. Bonus number 1 is the Health Habit Mastery Handbook. The Health Habit Mastery Handbook is your step-by-step guide to developing new habits. It will teach you everything you need to know to create new habits and have them stick for good. Each month, you'll receive an updated chapter to this handbook with the new health habit for that particular month. These are the exact same habit-forming strategies I used to help me pursue a career in professional soccer. I guess I forgot to mention that part. These strategies are also used by top athletes around the world and by everyday people in desperate need of losing weight, quitting smoking, overcoming addiction, and much more. Now you too can start reprogramming your mind to finally be in control of food, not the other way around. Bonus number 2, monthly habit conditioning audio. To help you anchor and fortify each of the 12 health habits, each month you'll also receive a guided mind conditioning audio. This 10 to 15 minute audio will guide you through a strategic process used by top athletes and change experts designed to help you embed each habit into your nervous system. What these audios will do is put you in more control over your thoughts, beliefs, and habits so you can make the changes you want to make instead of living in a quiet or not so quiet state of frustration. Together, these 2 habit conditioning bonuses are worth $494 per month. You get them absolutely free as a student of Super Nutrition Academy, but only when you enroll today. When it's all said and done, armed with this health and nutrition knowledge and these habit-building tools, I promise you will finally put an end to years of confusion, information overload, and frustration with respect to your health and nutrition, slaying the deadly health triad once and for all. Lose weight in a healthy manner, and for good this time. Enjoy all-day caffeine-free energy. Minimize your risk of preventable diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. Live longer with a greater quality of life. Know more about nutrition than most doctors and dietitians, allowing you to be in better control of your health. Finally get the answers to your most pressing health and nutrition questions. Overcome debilitating food cravings and crippling diet habits. Eat healthy and have more motivation to do so consistently, and feel great about yourself for mastering the most important thing in your life, your health. I know it might be hard to put a price tag on bulletproof health, a toxin-free, lean and attractive body, and having the confidence and know-how to be in full control of your health. But when you consider the rising personal healthcare costs, especially for those in the US without health insurance, you'd better do what you can now to avoid ending up in the system. I sure as heck don't want you to be one of the 26 million people in the US with type 2 diabetes whose annual healthcare costs are $11,744, according to the American Diabetes Association. I really don't want you to succumb to a deadly disease that has been lurking in your family history, one that could have been easily prevented. I don't want you to age faster and die early, leaving your family to deal with your loss. I don't want the FDA and crooked politicians to continue taking advantage of your health, passing ridiculous laws and approving dangerous drugs just so they can buy another house in the Hamptons or a second private jet. Most importantly, I don't want you to leave here and settle for another quick fix diet that is never going to give you the body, the joy, the vitality, and the confidence that you deserve. Do you? Then get started now and finally be in control of your health and live life on your terms, no one else's. Normally, tuition to Super Nutrition Academy is $69 per month, and that's still a steal and a half. But when you join right now, you get the limited time special tuition that is shown below this video. But this is only for those looking to join our exclusive academy and who are motivated to learn and be the healthiest that they can be. Otherwise, you could also try following a nationally recognized sports nutrition certificate, a weekend program costing you $675, which covers 1/10 of what you'll learn in Super Nutrition Academy, or an overwhelming raw food certification program by one of the gurus costing you $799, consisting of 70 hours of tedious, unstructured videos from his living room couch, or a 9-week health educator program from a leading health center, which will set you back a whopping $8,595 while requiring your physical presence for all 9 weeks. Or you can continue bouncing from one diet to the next, surfing the web for hours on end, sifting through pages of meaningless content in popular health magazines, and still end up where you are right now, confused, frustrated, and overwhelmed. Yeah, I didn't think so. Plus, Super Nutrition Academy is backed by our 100% money-back guarantee, meaning that if it doesn't blow you away and make understanding and mastering your nutrition and health easier, then we'll refund your money. Is that fair enough? Then just click the Add to Cart button below to enroll now and save on your tuition. Your investment in becoming your own health master is less than the cost of a daily cup of coffee. Unfortunately, open heart surgery, medications, and regular visits to your doctor cost far more than that, and I'm not just talking about the money. Please don't pay the hefty price of ignoring this presentation or ignoring your higher health and becoming another health statistic. Join us today. Be part of an exclusive group of health-conscious people that are bettering their lives, lessening their dependence on the system, and inspiring others to do the same. When you get started, you'll get immediate access to the campus, beginning with Module 1, along with the Health Habit Mastery Handbook and Conditioning Audio. From there, you will have access to a new training module and Habit Conditioning Audio and Health Habit Handbook each month for a total of 12 modules or months. And if you're not blown away and don't find that Super Nutrition Academy is making a difference in your life, then you can cancel at any time. No obligations, no contracts. Click the Add to Cart button below. Imagine yourself like this. It's about 10 minutes before your alarm clock normally goes off and you eagerly jump out of bed. You've given yourself plenty of time to get ready for your day and prepare a healthy breakfast for yourself and for your family. Your day can only get better after such a great start. You seem to breeze through your day with effortless ease and serenity. While others are falling prey to uncontrollable cravings and zombie-like bad eating habits, you have the knowledge, self-control, and power to make healthier choices. You feel great about yourself because you're living congruently with one of your top values, your health. Your friends, colleagues, and family can't help but notice your joie de vivre. Your zest for life is shining through and inspiring them to do better for themselves as well. Because you're now in control of the foods you eat, you feel comfortable going out to eat with friends. You don't fear food, and you no longer feel that uncontrollable pull from the oversized chocolate cake for dessert. Unlike most other people, you know what's happening inside your body. You know which foods help or hinder you. You're in the driver's seat and fully in control, so there's nothing to worry about. No temptations can derail you, and even if they did, you would have the confidence and power to get right back up and keep on going without beating yourself up. Instead of debating with your friends about which foods are healthy, you've become the go-to expert in your circle of influence. Friends and family now come to you for advice because they've noticed that you're doing something different, something that's working. They want in. Even your doctor is shocked. When discussing topics like cholesterol, hormones, and blood sugar, you're ahead of the game in surprising your doctor with your profound knowledge of nutrition and application of what you've learned. Best of all, your doctor is fairly confident that she won't be seeing you for some time, now that you're on top of things and so much healthier. Wouldn't that be fantastic? That's just one of the many amazing scenarios that can start unfolding for you as you become your own health master. And there's nothing that will help you accomplish these dreams like Super Nutrition Academy. Get started now, save big.